All right, my divine family. And in this episode, we're gonna take it to the next step. Olugbodi Arts, Olugbodi Arts.com. And in this one, we're gonna deal with permanent body arts. And to start off, I had already, I think 3, 4 days ago, uh, done the outline of the one on my thigh uh, in respect to, you know, my belief system and spiritual system. And it also ties into ancient Kibelin Igbo language. So, you know, everyone has the right to have what they have, as art on their bodies, on their walls or whatnot, that reflects them. So, yeah. And once I get this done, because I have some clients already in line waiting, and I keep telling them that, it's coming. So, I want to get this done to show proof of my skills. I also want to do one on my left arm only because I'm right-handed. That shows my skills in portrait or realism, and how good I am with color, implying the color pigmentation to the skin, and the understanding of the subdermal, dermal, and the layers of the skin, the epidermis or whatnot, all that crazy stuff. I'm thankful I have a medical background, but I'm not that brilliant in that department. This is my department, art. So with that said, I want to do this one first to advertise and show that I mean business. And what else? And then once that's done, then the floor is open. All right, I think I got everything set up. Just want to let everyone know this is just for knowledge-based purposes. Uh, this is not any expert medical advice or anything like that. This is entertaining and in the arts and entertaining field department. And I want to say this without, having to constantly say this in every video because I know I will forget. So let this be a reference video for all that, to cover all the legalities or what have you. So I will be using this portable tattoo gun, and I will also be using the traditional. I just got this in. Actually, these are both brand new. So I haven't done this since I was. You can ask my brothers and my dad at 11. I tried to use a needle and some ink, but something I read about the Native Americans and how they used the Indian ink to put the tribal art, work upon their skin or whatnot, and I did it. I remember the day. I remember my mother, my grandma, was in town to visit, and it was in New Orleans, actually in Harvey, and I guess I was bored that day, but I did what I did. Eventually got caught a few days or weeks later. I tried to cover my arm up. My dad was like, "Boy, move your arm. Move your hand. What is that?" And he's a military a straight up military guy, so he's strict, strict. But he didn't. He got on my case, but he didn't. He didn't discipline me as I expected him to, beat me down. But he's a good father, a real good father. But yeah, that was my first tattoo. I don't really count it. It lasted for about what, a good while. I would say like 6 or 7 years, and it just faded away. I mean, you can barely see it in those years, of course, but yeah. So this is just for knowledge and entertainment. It's just art. It's just for observation and to, enjoy yourself and the appreciation of artwork. And now, really, let us get to this. All right. All right, let me get some other stuff ready. I said we're gonna get started. We're getting started. Don't worry. And plus, just gotta set a few other items up. And I didn't want you to think I was afraid to show my face, since I had my whole eyes cut off. Um, yeah. Yeah, let me get to this, because y'all don't want to hear me rummage through stuff and whatnot. But yeah, we're really gonna get to this, okay? Right now, oh yeah, the camera's there, not there. All right. All right, take two. You know, I had this going earlier, and things just kind of went out of hand, so I had to record this again. I also had a phone call, so I would have had already done this recording, but you know, life is life. Things happen. You have to set some things to the side. But anyway, I finally got it done. One thing I wish I would have done is I wish I would have done everything from the jump, like the line work and the shading all at once, because it is if you're not crazy like me, it's hard to tattoo something that's already in the healing process and it's tender and it's painful. But and it's smart to let it heal first and then do your thing, of course. Uh, and I'm looking at this little list I have: portable cordless versus the traditional. I found the cordless uh, tattoo gun to be slightly gruesome, if that makes sense, but it worked well. Uh, I felt as though I might have I might have had to go over the shading just a tad more with the portable versus the traditional. So, but they're both, man, wonderful. And the reason why I did this, I wanted to prove and show the shading aspect of it, that I can shade and I can actually, tattoo. Uh, anyway, that's the main thing. But I have my shading patterns. Uh, you know, the typicals, symbols. Tribal art, and I'm trying to touch into all of that. You know, but it didn't take me too long. It's still some things I'm going to go over later uh, on this tattoo. Not going over into the next video, nothing like that. But now I would go over this tattoo later on, and just touch up on some of the things that I see. It's not much. It's practically done, but you know. But I've done this tattoo because I had a vision in my 30s, and I also put that down. And let me also show you why I say it is, because I know y'all waiting like, man, show the tattoo, man. You just talking and talking. Okay. I don't know if y'all can. Let me adjust. I know there's got to be a better way to do this, but anyway, let me get it centered. I'm trying to get it centered. I have it on, I'm looking at the display at this little square in the middle. But anyway, I had this vision in my 30s. That's what this Roman numeral means right here. And it's a sword of Michael. And I will let you know more about it. But this is all Igbo language. It's a vision I received in my 30s when I was at my lowest low. And what I saw, I didn't know this until I studied my, Igbo history and the sacred rites and all this, ancient, heritage and cultural type of things. And I found out that this was my chi. Which is like the greater aspect of you, ye are gods and children of the Most High. It's like that lowercase g aspect of you, it's that greater you. It's like your guide connected to the Most High, It's like the fingers move, reaching down into life and assisting you in a sense. The fingers of Yahweh, or what we would say in Igbo, Chuku, or Chuku, okay, okay, Kiambia. I'm still trying to get used to that, but I know I said the last part wrong, but Chuku. But this is Otu Ano, which stands for 144. It symbolizes the 144, the number of man that is of the angel, as scriptures say. And it's a neat symbol of a sword. The handle is the Roman numeral 30. And then I mentioned that this is the sword of Michael. Well, Michael, if you study, if we're in the etymology, if you know etymology in Hebrew, it's Michael or Mikael, however they say it, And then in Igbo, it's Onye Dekachi. And it means the same thing as what Michael means, what Michael means, which is who's like God. Okay, who is like God. And that's all that means, And I'm identifying that with this vision I had. Man, the similarities and the things I've seen. And I don't want to get too deep into it because I spoke about this before, but I don't want to get, too deep and say this and that and have you lost. But this is a 7-pointed star representing, the 7 days of creation. This resting on the 7th day. 7 candlesticks. The 7 angels. The 7. So many sevens. Just you can just go throughout the scriptures and find that. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit is what this symbolizes. And how they are connected in one, for the Most High. Gave His only begotten, His heart, His love, wrapped it in the flesh, and dwelled amongst us, and they knew not, and the whole nine, because Yahweh in His whole totality will be too much. It wouldn't make sense for the complete totality of Yahweh to fit in a body, right? But it's hard, that's why if you discern Christ and how He's the judge and love before, if it was just strictly by Yahweh's doing and not by His heart, His love, man, a lot of things will be destroyed. So it took His Son, the supplicator, that part of Him, that love that He is, and He manifested upon earth. And it's like teaching us we are created in His image. You can't just completely think with your head. You make the wrong decision. If you think too much with your heart, you may not become too soft to take that leap of faith. But anyway, here I go with these tangents. But the 7-pointed star, which symbolizes a lot. And this is the title of my Lord. So, everything's in Igbo. Know thyself. I'm currently learning a lot with my history and culture, since I'm one of those guys that's into all of that histories of history. And I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here talking rubbing my leg and stuff. I was sitting here rubbing my leg. This dude got comfortable. Nah, when you get for those who got a tattoo before, yeah, it's painful or whatnot. And then once the pain goes away, you put that cream on, and it kind of has like this good feeling to it when you rub it. But it kind of sounds odd. So I think that's it. Let me end this. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have more faith in what I can do for you. Before I really get full-fledged into this, get that train chewing and going. I want to get some stuff done. It's one thing is I want to have a, like I said before, a realistic tattoo, like to represent, like, I don't know, a portrait of a family member or a bird or whatever, and and go from there. And I'm not hard to deal with when it comes to artistry and being your artist. I know I have certain. I keep looking at this thing. I know I have certain guidelines that I must follow, but I'm here to let you fulfill your dreams as well. So if it's something that you want that you've seen that may contradict with what I believe in, hey, we could talk about it and we can get things settled and come to an agreement, a solution. So with that said, the next phase. I wanna do this tattoo on this arm since I'm right hand dominant, and I wanna wait till these supplies come in so I can get this 100% right. So I appreciate you. Thank you for having patience. Holla.